Yeah, I think Nolan in particular has continued to improve as the season's gone on. You know, he's not a big guy as edge players go per se, but he did win on a rush the other day where it was more of a power type rush, which he has to incorporate more into his game, and that was good to see. And in Bryce's case, you know, we had some more passing situations in this past game that allowed him to play some more.
Was there
You know, man, I'm just still basking in the glory of that ass whooping that was handed out. I ain't doing too much. I'm understanding that the Philadelphia Eagles, you know what I mean, may have found an identity, though. I will say that. I think an identity was found. And I think that's something we all could be happy about. Let's get into it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you. And I am the best reporting on the Eagles. This video was brought to you by BetUS, man. Big BetUS in the building. Making sure y'all stay in tune and stay in step. With the code YouTube150, BetUS is out here providing 150% on your first crypto deposit. 125% on your next 2 crypto deposits after that. Get with BetUS. Get you a personalized betting agent, the best and quickest, easy withdrawal process in the building. BetUS got you covered no matter what. If you want to win, get in. BetUS, man. You know, I got my money on the Eagles against the Bengals. You know, I think Physicality is going to, you know, get us the W in this game, as I think the Philadelphia Eagles have found, you know what I'm saying, their nature, their one true self. It's not a coincidence that this team plays the way that they play when they play physical. I said in the beginning of the season, the offense had to go through Saquon Barkley. That's not an indictment on the passing game. That don't mean Jalen Hurts can't make every throw. We've seen him make every throw. It just means that Saquon Barkley is a generational talent. You got to make Saquon Barkley put the fear into the opposition. And the easiest way to do that is, you know, by feeding Saquon Barkley, because it is going to open up everything else for everybody else on this roster. So that was my mindset with that. This thing got to go through Saquon. It got to go through Saquon. Saquon has brought a physical nature to this offense that we've been missing for the last couple years. Saquon started that game trying to inflict pain, trying to run folks over. That was Saquon's mission. That was his mission statement on Sunday. He just got fined the week before for lowering his helmet. That helmet continued to get lower. He continued to put the boom on people. He said, y'all going to have to tackle me or just get out the way. And I respected every minute of it. So what the Philadelphia Eagles did was the Philadelphia Eagles met him at the altar. They met him at the altar. We played a physical brand of ball. It's rubbed off on Gainwell. AJ has already been physical. You see some pull action with, you know what I mean, Cam Jurgens. He out there looking like a young Kelsey, getting out, running and hitting, being physical. That's what we was missing. You see Jalen Hurts taking guys on at the goal line again, being physical. That's what we was missing. Ben Van Summeren, lead blocking in a fullback role, a linebacker. That's what we was missing, man. Physicality. So when you get confused about what the Eagles' role is, it's very simple. The Eagles' identity, I should say, is to be physical. That's always been our identity. We are a running football team. When the Philadelphia Eagles run the ball more than they pass the ball, we 14-1. We 14-1. That don't mean Jalen Hurts can't run, but let's look at how we construct it, and let's look at how we can get the best out of what we have right now. That's all that mean. That's all that mean. Let's win games the way we're built to win games. We don't have a Joe Burrow. We don't have a flashy guy from the pocket who only can survive in the pocket, because Jalen Hurts made a lot of plays that a lot of quarterbacks can't make. So we got to take the good with the bad. You know what I mean? Blitzers be having Jalen Hurts dead to right. Somebody going to the hospital if that's one of the other guys. But Jalen got the strength to stand and look at a blitz in the face, and you know what I mean? Turn nothing into something. Those are the intangibles that we talk about when we speak about Jalen Hurts and what he brings to the table. Physicality is what we do. Not only are we turning into a physical team on both sides of the ball, Nolan Smith is waking up. Them Georgia boys had a day. Straight power rush here by Nolan Smith. A lot of people, including myself, didn't think he had this kind of power. Now, you know what I mean? I'm not even taking that with a grain of salt. This is just a good rep. Jalen Carter gets the double team as usual, leaving Milton one-on-one, along with Nolan Smith being one-on-one as well. But, you know, we knew that Jalen Carter was going to get a lot of double teams this year, and guys had to beat their one-on-one matchup. This is a straight power bull rush, the ability to disengage, grab Daniel Jones and wrap. 3 Philadelphia Eagles meet at the quarterback for a sack. You know, that's what you mean when you say playing off of each other, man. Let's look at this again, playing off of each other. You know what I mean? The bull rush by Nolan Smith. And you know, that frees up Jalen Carter. Let's get Nakobe Dean into the action. All of these guys are playing off of each other, man. Nakobe Dean, again. You know what I'm saying? Nakobe Dean getting that pressure for, you know what I mean? Them Georgia boys had a day. Quinyon Mitchell, I got to say it again, is one of the best cornerbacks in the National Football League. Since Cooper DeJean been in the starting role, he's been one of the highest players on the team, rated in terms of PFF. Huff getting in on the action. Them Georgia boys are playing off of each other. It's a lot of positives you could take away from that. You know what I mean? The thing about it is this, man. When the Philadelphia Eagles, when the Ravens beat up on the Giants and the Ravens beat up on the Browns, they just getting right. When the Philadelphia Eagles beat up on these teams, it's it's just the Giants, it's just the Browns. No, we stacking wins, man. We beating who we supposed to beat. We beating who we supposed to beat. Now I guess the test is the Bengals. The Bengals ain't no threat to me. The Bengals ain't no threat to me. They got a better quarterback than we played in the last 2 weeks, but I'm confident that my defense is going to get our offensive line some fits. We're gelling into the unit that we always knew we should be coming out into the season. And, you know, I think it's at the perfect time. A lot of football left to be played. We only played one division game. A lot of people panicked a little early, but you know what I mean? That's cool. That's what we do, man, because we are out here trying to get a W. That's all we care about is winning in Philadelphia, man. That's all we care about is winning. I got some clips about the physicality that stood out to me in the game. You know what I mean? I think if you institute these principles moving forward, now we did play the Giants. We are missing some offensive linemen, so being physical in situations like that do give you a bonus. It give you an added bonus. But I think the Philadelphia Eagles need to be physical moving forward. Be physical moving forward. There's nothing wrong with it. You got one of the best running backs in the league. You ain't been able to say that for years since you had Shady. This is a career stretch for an Eagles running back that Saquon Barkley on. We ain't never had no running back to this magnitude. So embrace being physical. Embrace the physicality, man. Embrace the physicality. Because there's other teams that's built off finesse, and how far does that get them? Look at all the teams that's physical. The Bills, physical. The Ravens, physical. Look at their records. The Chiefs, physical. Patrick Mahomes ain't got no shiny toys. They doing it with physicality and guts. That's what our city built on. So these are some of the plays that I think that stood out to me. Some clips that have been circulating around that as I compiled them to get this ready for this video. I think that the physicality is the calling card. I think the identity has been identified. You know what I mean? And moving forward, who gonna check us? This is some of the physicality that I fell in love with during Sunday's win. You know, throwing Ben Van Summeren out there as a lead blocker from a fullback alignment to spring Kenneth Gainwell on runs. You know what I mean? At times, he was able to spring Saquon Barkley. And when you look at, you know, just the enthusiasm that he did this with, he enjoyed this role. This is coaching right here when you could go down the roster and find what guys are good at and see how they can help you in this week. This is the type of coaching we saw. Nobody open right here for Jalen Hurts, but the physicality factor kick in. Let me not force a pass. Let me be physical. This is our nature, man. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what we've been waiting for. This type of physicality and throwing with anticipation on top of that. This ball is out before A.J. Brown comes out of his break. It's just high-level football that happened against the Giants. I know a lot of y'all don't want to admit it. A lot of y'all want to take everything with a grain of salt. But physical play. Physical play, man, that's our calling card. Beautiful pass on the 4th and 3. Everybody going to talk about it. You know what I mean? But this our calling card. It's being physical. It's what we do, man. It's what we do. Listen, man, as long as you got Stoutland in the building, you'll be able to run the ball. You know, and Stoutland is starting to lean on Cam Jurgens a little more, and this play right here proves it. This is what Kelsey used to do. A little pinpoint action. You know what I mean? Jurgens is going to pull to the outside and spring Saquon Barkley. Not a lot of centers could get down to the second level like that, man. Not a lot of centers can get down to the second level like that. We built this team specifically to be aggressive and physical. This is how this team is built. When we stray away from our element, then we start to look like something else that's unrecognizable to us, and then we start off slow. If we get the ball first and just start mauling people from the rip, opening up play action and things of those nature, and I don't think you'll have an issue scoring early in the first half. I think our first 15 scripted plays is us trying to be something we not. Nobody open, Jalen protecting the ball. A lot of people ain't like that early rep, but that's what winners do. That's what winners do. Top down in the winner. That's what winners do. You know what I mean? The Wildcat play. It was some room here, I think, for a big play. But, you know, a little creativity. I think the game was out of reach in our eyes when we ran that play. But it is what it is, man. We know our nature. We got to stick to our nature. We got to be true to ourselves. And I think everything else is going to just simply take care of itself, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man.